Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the NBA. So y'all check this out. Check it out. I haven't seen the games from yesterday yet, right? Happy belated Thanksgiving to those. It's been a day or so. So I haven't checked the NBA out. But I want to say this. Damn it, Ben Simmons got me watching the Brooklyn Nets. You right? Now I'm a league passer. I watch pretty much a lot of games, not everybody, but a lot of games. I condense them and watch a few games so you can kind of have a view over the whole NBA and not just your favorite team. You know what I mean? It's league passer, which means I don't even really like watching live games unless it's playoffs, really. But Ben Simmons is one of the much maligned players in the NBA with a Russell Westbrook together, totally maligned. And I've been complaining about that because the NBA wants us to only think that shooting is what's happening, right? Even though you can't defend shots. So you're only a good player if you can make three-point shots. That's what they've been wanting for the last 20 years. It's absurd. Players like Russell Westbrook, maligned, tell him he's not this and he's not that because he's not a shooter. But he rebounds the best rebounding guard in the history of the game. Gives you double-digit assist, and he defends at a high level when it's crunch time. Not the whole game, but when it's crunch time, I've seen Westbrook defend Zion Williamson, understanding that he's going to go left. A lot of things, right? But we're not talking about Westbrook. All those things. Ben Simmons, for example. Oh, he's not going to shoot from the outside. He doesn't shoot at all. He's this. He's not a good free throw shooter, right? So we should think he's not that good. Why is he in the NBA? Right? 3-time All-Star. Now, Ben Simmons is 6'10", coming off a back injury. He was considered the very best defender in the NBA, right? Imagine. So what are we talking about? Just that alone means we ain't supposed to be talking about him now, should we? Right? If you're the best defender, look at Ben Wallace or Dennis Rodman back in the day, Bruce Bowen. I'm just coming up with, what's my man that used to guard Kobe Bryant real well for Memphis Grizzlies. His name doesn't hit me right now. Those kind of players, they wasn't too much offense popping off. They had a job though, didn't they? Right? They did. A lot of people didn't want to mess with these guys, right? Ben Simmons is one of those. He can defend in the low post. He could defend on the perimeter at a very, very, very high level, right? He can push the break. Right? Sees the floor. Surreal the way he sees the floor. But let's go back to the defense. You're on the Brooklyn Nets, where everybody shoots. With Kevin Durant, that's one reason I don't like to watch the Brooklyn Nets, right? Because I don't really watch Kevin Durant. And even James Harden, who I watch less than Kevin Durant, he was there too for a while. So that was a problem. Kyrie Irving, I was never a fan. But Kyrie Irving stands for things and doesn't fall for everything, right? They think we're talking about this anti-Semitism. It's not that either. It's the fact that, wait a minute, he didn't get himself vaccinated, right? Now who's right, right? Kyrie Irving is right. The vaccine don't do nothing for nobody, nothing, right? And they forced us to take it, and it really didn't do nothing. Who's right here? Kyrie Irving. So any guy I see standing for things, then I'm not going to be against him. Even though I don't really like him, as a player, even though I know he's awesome. Just to make it relative, I don't like Michael Jordan either. But we all know that Michael Jordan's awesome now, don't we? LeBron James is playing on the LA Lakers. I'm not a LeBron James fan, but we all know LeBron is awesome. My favorite player ever is Hakeem Olajuwon, by far, and then everybody comes after that. That's just me, right? So I'm looking at the defense of Ben Simmons. You pay attention to New Jersey. It's going to be infectious, his defense. Because when you've seen somebody like that coming off a back injury, playing better defense than you're going to start doing it. With all of those shooters that the New Jersey Nets have, or the Brooklyn Nets have, right? They don't need another guy who looks at the basket. Now, should Ben Wallace start looking at the basket soon? I'm picking. If I was the coach of them, I would just say play your game. When we're in practice, shoot, because when the playoffs comes, I do want you to at least looking at the basket to show a little bit, but that you might shoot the ball, right? But Ben Simmons is shooting about 60% from the field because he can finish. Here's another thing I didn't even mention. He can finish and dribble and pass with both hands, right? That's a guy that we're saying is not good, shouldn't be in the NBA. But a shooter that only shoots threes, which everybody can do because you can't barely contest them. You can't come nowhere near a three-point shooter. Those are the ones we glorify. Whatever. I'm going to be looking at the Brooklyn Nets, and Ben Simmons is the reason. Doma Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.